Howdy folks, welcome to episode 31. Today we're going to continue on the CV build, and between last episode and this episode I did a little bit of cleanup here. So you can see I did the stairways and I cleaned up some of the extra blocks and stuff like that. And I also went back down to the planet and did a bunch of crafting, so I got the parts, should have hopefully all the parts that I need for this. And so I've got the gravity generator, fuel tanks, all that stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to put that on sometime soon. But what I wanted to do right now was, as you can see, I have also got the ship pointing over here so that we can see a little bit better. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to put a, let's see, I think that would work. I wanted to put a decoration type, or basically the outsides on the nacelles here. So we'll get this going. And so this was something I thought would kind of look cool for the outsides, and probably do them on the insides too, we'll see. But I think I'm going to need to put one here, and we'll get our windows. And I'm probably going to have to make more windows because it looks like I'm going to be out of windows soon. So what I wanted to do was this kind of thing, and then I'm going to have to figure out how to handle it on the end too. But we should be able to fix it up with those corner pieces. And I'll get this here. Get this turned around. There we go. So yeah, I've got constructors and everything. Hopefully, well, I'll still need to go back down to the planet to grab ores. I didn't bring a bunch of ores or anything with me, but we'll see what we can do on the end here. And put this here, and that works. And that, and then I think we're going to have to close that in on the inside. And let's see, actually I think this might work like this and like that. Here, let's see. Yeah, because that'll seal it in, and I need to get rid of that obviously. But yeah, I can do the same thing on the other end here, and I can do that on all the other nacelles. So actually I'm going to go do that, and I will be back in a minute. Okay guys, we are back, and as you can see I finished up the nacelles here. I missed a couple blocks there. But yeah, you can see how that's going to look. And before we seal up the ends on them, I want to get the thrusters in there. So let me, and I need to do this without the, you don't want to use the, whatchamacallit? Let's see, there we go. You don't want to use the symmetry axis when you're doing thrusters. It's not these big thrusters, because they don't cross the axis correctly. So these are going to be, I'm going to have two on each direction. So I'll probably do this, and I'll put the other one over here. And why is my axis on? I thought I turned it off. Okay, so that was weird. Okay, so anyway, let's see, we need to put a couple facing down, so I'm going to need to poke some holes in here. And let's see what we want to do here, where we want to line this up with. I think we'll try lining this up with the back of this thing, so that at least we have a reference. And I suppose I could just stick a light on where I wanted it to be. But let's see how this works. And so this will go like this, and I need to get it into position. Wish me luck if I can figure out where I am. Okay, so we'll put these, it's going to have to go like this, And I think I'm going to have to put a block here. So let me grab a block. And because I'm going to have to put one to brace it up against. There we go. And I think that's correct. And we'll take a look on the outside. Yeah, that's right. That's how I wanted that. I don't want it with a bunch of stuff hanging out. And let's see, we'll do the same thing over here. Was that the front or the back? Whoops. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that was aligned with the back. So we will go from the back end, and we want to go in to that block. So, whoops. Don't want to lose those. And where did I drop those? There they are. Don't want to drop all my blocks. Okay, and we'll go down here and see where our block needs to sit. Okay, so it needs to sit on this side. And I hate that this thing spins you around every time you touch something. I realize that they're going for some realism there, but it's just, it's one of those things where gameplay is more important. And yeah, that's my opinion anyway. I hate that. Okay, so we've got those, and we're gonna have to figure out where to put the left and right facing. Yeah, that looks cool. And so we'll need left and right facing, and I can probably put those, let's see, probably put those in here. I'm not sure how good that would look. Maybe put them on the sides, on the outsides. Yeah, that might be the best place for them, is in here. But I kind of wanted that space between the nacelles. I suppose I can do this. I can take these windows out, and we can put this in here. There we go. Like that. And move it out one. Do I want it out one, or do I want it like that? Yeah, I think that seals it up better. Otherwise, we're going to have big gaps there. So I'm going to put these on the other side, and let's see. Let me put in an RCS here too, and the generators and everything. We'll get one side worked out. And actually, I think I can turn the plane back on, and I'm not sure why it's not showing up, but we can turn the plane back on. There we go. And let's put in our RCSs and that kind of stuff. So I think we're just going to pretty much line them along the walls like this. And we'll put in our fuel tanks. And there we go. And we need our oxygen tanks. Did I grab those? Did I grab the... No, I didn't grab the oxygen tanks. Okay. And I have the constructors here. I can put those out here if I find the right orientation for them. Although, honestly, it doesn't matter that much because, again, these are going to... Let's see, we'll put a gap between them, and then we can put some cargo spaces. I guess we can make some semblance of of a reasonable layout for these. And one here. But for the most part, I don't think I'll be walking up to these to access them, and we will simply be putting them, you know, putting stuff in and out of them and constructing things by remote, unless they change that again. But let's see, this is the exit, and I think those are going to go away. Probably put some little railings there instead, but those aren't going to stay like that. And yeah, where should I put these cargo boxes? How about up here by the RCSs? Okay, so I'm going to have that on both sides, and then I need the generators as well. And so I figure I'm going to go overkill with the generators, and I probably want to leave some space back here because I want I want room for weapons up front. I want some weapons sticking out of the front too. So actually, before I go to seal off the front and back, I also need to grab those weapons. So why don't I do that, and I can also grab the oxygen tanks while I'm at it. So we'll do that. We'll grab these. Here, we have some space here. And we want to grab those. And I guess, oh, here, we've got some more space here. And what else can I get rid of? Stairs, I don't think I need any more of. So, I can also put in ammo and all that. I probably should have put some of this stuff on the bottom. But, here, we can put our ammo boxes. Or actually, the bottom can be the bottom was going to be the growing plots, so why don't I just do that? I'll put all this stuff on top, and I'll put the growing plots, let's see, put the growing plots on the bottom. So we can put our ammo boxes in here. There's one, and we'll put the other one next to the other generator, and we'll get our weapons here. These should be pretty big. Yeah, they are. Really? Okay. I guess it wants to sit like that. I guess it wants to sit against the top. So we have 8 of these, so I want to put, what, 2 in each of these nacelles, or 1? We'll put 1. So that's 4. And then we can put a couple down here. Let's see, is that right? Does that look alright? Right? Like that. And I should probably do something with that too. And put a couple on the side of the, let's see, put them up here maybe. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. So we have our forward-facing weapons, and we can do our outer thingy here. And so I think what I wanted to do was this, and how handy is that? It's already rotated the right way. I'm going to do this and turn these upside down. Same thing here. And then I was going to do glass, finish this off with glass, and so make them come to a peak. Not sure how well that's going to work, so why don't we try that? Did I just put all the glass away? No. Okay. So we'll put windows. They need to be this way. Yeah. Because I need the other block. Come on. Do I not have space there? Oh, I don't have space because of that. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to do that differently then. I don't think I can put the windows the way I wanted to. So, let's try this instead. Try these. And we'll put these... That's weird, it rotated them all back. Put these like this. And I'm hoping the other side isn't messing up. I should probably just take the symmetry axis off because it tends to screw those up. And then the windows here are going to go outside of that. And so I need to put these and rotate them the right way too. There we go. Okay, and so that's going to need to come up here. Of course it doesn't want to fit. Okay, let me sit a block on this one then. There we go. And we'll see if that will sit. No, of course it won't. Because the contact point is in the back of it. Okay, or in the front of it. There we go. So I can do this and this. And I guess I could have done it against the gun there. Couldn't I? And this is going to go like this. We'll get these backwards. Flip this way. Okay. So like that, and that, and that. And then I just need to get the right orientation for these ones on the sides. So we'll get these, and they're going to sit this side. So these will sit like this. Yeah, that's perfect. And then this one is going to go here. And then I'll do the same on the top. So is that going to be this one? Yeah. Like that. And this one will go same thing. Spin them around. Spin them around. There we go. Okay. So the front of the nacelles is going to look like this. And why don't I finish those up, and I will be right back in a minute. Okay guys, here we go. We're finished with the glass up front here on the front of the nacelles. And something else I wanted to add in here was I wanted to get this fixed up on the outside here so we can see what this is going to look like. And we'll get these blocks on here, and then I wanted to put glass on here as well. And so we need the diagonal pieces, obviously, and we'll get these up and see how that's going to look. And I might want to add in a column here or something like that in the middle to make the glass, make it not quite so glassy. It's a little too much, maybe a little too much glass, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So the other thing I need to add in here is I need to get a warp drive in here probably first before I start putting in all the other parts. And so I think this is where it's going to fit, and actually I could even put it on the roof. If I spin it, yeah, I could put it on the roof. That would probably look better. And then you can walk underneath it and repair it and all that stuff. So we'll put the warp drive here. That looks cool. And we'll get the tank and all that stuff in a little bit. But there was some other stuff I was looking at while I was making this. I thought it might look cool. So we'll see if we can, let's see if we can find a lit up side of this so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to take this piece and let's see. Now what you'll notice is with this series, with these 4 blocks, so these 4 blocks here all fit together. When you're trying to line them up with what you want to line them up with, generally the best way to do that is with this little piece because you can see the orientation. It's just easier to visualize, or at least it is for me. Maybe I'm weird in that way, but it's, for me, it's just way easier to visualize where that piece is. I have a really hard time trying to align this piece to anything for some reason. So I always just line this one up to whatever it is. And yeah, that actually looks cool. So I'm gonna do those like that. And then this other piece here was something I wanted to clean up. So we'll get these out of here. Whoops. And I think that one will actually have to go. Yeah, we'll get these pieces out of here. Hopefully I'm not hitting the collision box of that thing while I'm doing this, right? So let me get the other side too, and we'll see how I can make this look. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to use those same 4 pieces because I think I can make this more not so jaggedy and more smoothly angled and everything. So we'll see how that looks. And so the piece I wanted is this one, and I think that's right there. So if I start up here, I should be able to go like this and like this with all of these, and then this piece will start over here. So these pieces line up with themselves nicely, which is cool too. So you can make a sloped surface like this, and I tend to like that shape. It always reminds me of the saucer section, where the saucer section hits the engineering section on Star Trek ships, like on the Enterprise. Let's see, I want to reset this block so that it's not angled weird, and let me double check and make sure that lined up. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. That looks a lot nicer than the other piece, and I can probably even take these out. Take these out here and make them line up, but yeah, then I would have to do that too. So actually I'll just leave those for now. Maybe I'll screw with them later. So I'm going to clean up these, and I will see you guys in just a minute. Okay guys, we're finished up with that, and what I also did was I got this bottom. I did the same thing. I cleaned up this bottom with the nice whatchamacallits, and actually I need to put a block in here too. So why don't I do that? And that's going to be all the time we have for today. So join me in episode 32, and I think we'll try to get some more of the interior and stuff like that done, and some more of the cleanup on the nacelles and everything. So join me in episode 32, and we will see you then. Later!